Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in Demise, Rise of the Q10, or we're going to be continuing our adventure here with our solo adventure. Let's check out what we are working on. It looks like we're at sorcerer leveling time. We're going to get to at least 83 and then we're going to decide how much further we're going to go before switching off to something different because, yeah, we do need more resistances. But we had finally gotten ourselves in and gotten ourselves to the point where we can use the Amulet of Deceit without being in trouble. So that's a big change up in what we had going on. And we're gonna go ahead and hit the mines as our first stop along this journey. Oh yeah, let's see where our resistances lie. Yeah, we're up to 60% on the big ones that are causing us problems, like acidity, electricity, and mind are big players in what they're hitting us with right now. I mean, later on down the way, it's going to be more about fire resistances than the other ones, but for now, it's really mind and whatnot getting us. Although electric will also be getting us with some of these elementals, so the combination of those two is where we're taking most of our damage. So it's not a question of if we're going to continue raising resistances. Of course we are. It's just a matter of, is there something else we want to get along with it along the way. So I mean, currently I think we're in a decent spot, although I would love to actually get healing to be a little cheaper so we can switch to the heal spell. But I guess it's not a priority. Although the other thing is, raising up Sorcerer would not just be a raise of our resistances, it also would make our blasting spell cheaper that we like. So we're at 47. If we could get that down to like the 20s, it would be ideal. But that would require like a considerable investment in Sorcerer, so we'll probably be switching back to our ninja not too far into the future, regardless of what we have going on here, at least for part of the journey. We'll see where we decide to spin around and head back in. Yeah, technically I think we could use that GOG crest anytime from level 167 or so onwards, so that's the point at which it starts becoming worthwhile to do as ninja, because until we can actually wear it, we don't have a reason to push for it. But it would certainly help us. Even if it's just stats alone, that thing added like like 3 to every single stat and like probably like 30 to attack and defense. Like that would be such a huge buff to our stat score. Not to mention our HP and regen for spells. Take a lot of the pressure off of the Amulet of Deceit. Yeah, one thing I won't be able to do is prove I could take out the Kutan though, because the Kutan is AWOL now. But I suppose if I clear out the Dragon King and like all the Slayers and stuff with his characters, I'll consider that having him beaten in the base game. At which point I'll change the title of this one over to being Ascension as well. 'Cause I'm gonna try to like mirror the gameplay of that as best as I can. Like I'm not gonna try to just I'm not just playing in the game. I'm gonna try to beat the games with this character. Even though I've already technically done the quests for it. At least I know what the quests are. Yeah, a lot of the difficulty in solving the quests was more about solving the mysteries of what we were supposed to do and not actually doing it for the most part. Although some of the battles were in fact kind of tough, so I'm sure they will be more difficult with a single character. And surprisingly, some of them shouldn't be all that different. Like, I don't expect the priest to be the biggest problem. We just need to be at a certain level to sort that cookie out. And that's because the priest himself doesn't do the most amount of damage. But we're miles away from that point. Well, maybe not miles, but it's gonna be a while. What I can't tell is if it's going to take longer than the other team did to get to a similar power level or less time. That's one thing I'm not entirely sure on. Because a lot of what I was doing was looking around and mapping. It wasn't actually leveling. Well, I mean, I kind of did a bit of both, but like, some of it wasn't super efficient. Although I've always tried to have a little bit of both. I love the exploration, but it's not the same as power leveling. And technically, I wouldn't even call what I've done with this character power leveling, so it probably doesn't even make that big of a difference. I kind of just play how I want to at the time. Yeah, one of the things I've been trying to decide on it is if when I fill up on items, I might just go back to town even if I'm not pinned. It's like I don't love to do it, but getting down here is actually pretty easy now, so it probably doesn't do me any favors to just waste my time just dropping shit. It's the same amount of time as it would take to go back and level up and head in again. And it's really just because I cleared out the mines. Like, there's a lot of just extra items that they tend to give you over other characters. Like, they give good experience, but they also load you down. Now, this is usually a spellcaster only issue where you fill up on items. Yeah, see, a teleporter down here will take me right to the hallway right next to you, so it's barely any difference. Let's just go clear out. Oh, do I really only need like 4,000? Man. Alright, let's go see if we can find just enough to... Hey, level 81 quest. Alright. Oh, they want me to kill one of the Dwarven Lord's guards? Well, I guess we're gonna go back to 9, because they are kind of all over 9. Actually, no, I know exactly where to find them. Hold up, we can do that easy peasy. There's a layered one that's on 8. I mean, it just changes how I get down there. It's not a problem. I mean, I was gonna go through the hallway up above into the teleporter, but you know, I can go the water route instead and be right there. So. And the thing is, I don't even know all the shortcuts in this game. Like, I've never had the leisure to actually go through and check out all the teleporters. I'm sure there's tons of teleporter secrets that I've never actually found. And while I know some of them and some really convenient ones, I certainly don't know all of them. See, here's the Dwarven Guard they wanted me to fight. I already won. Knowledge is power in this game. I don't care about Grail mosquitoes. They can live there forever. They're such bad experience. There's also other options where if I take a little bit of ninja, I could just come back and do a little bit of sorcerer. Like, I don't have to do it all at once, technically. I mean, it's up. I guess it's not even technically inefficient to go back and forth. I mean, it's just a different... You can give yourself a little whiplash on where you're supposed to be. But I guess as long as I don't really have cursed items, it doesn't make a problem. There's just the re-equip time cost. Well, we almost got one level already sorted. We'll head on down to the forest. Yep, we did get our level, so we will have ourselves all set whenever we want to return. Although if we're fighting down here, we're more likely to pin than we are to fill up on inventory. I still love the flying bears. It's my favorite part about this place. I think we have gotten our second level now. Everything else is just gravy towards the third one now. I mean, maybe we should go back to Ninja for a different reason. Like, it not only will raise our attack defense, it will also raise our hit points, which will also help us survive. So raising our resistances would help, but also gaining more hit points does something similar. So I think we are going to do that. We're going to kind of alternate them. And if we feel extra spicy, we could come back and do some more magi as well, you know? Gotta be more ready for those double groups. Because them getting a first, like a good cast off on us, it could be just a run-ender if they all decide to hit the wrong elements for us. Yeah, the deepest I see us potentially running with a ninja would probably be on like 17 or so. Which is especially more possible now that we can do that to wisps, because wisps are actually the biggest danger on these floors, other than the double spellcaster groups. I mean, I guess there are some pretty nasty monsters that can turn you to stone. But so far, they seem to not want to attack me as an evil character. I think they are largely friendly to me. That does seem like they're going to be a largely aggressive towards us in there, huh? Well, we'll get in sooner or later. But we're technically still in a great period of growth, so like, while it feels like a little bit of a slog now, it's actually going by pretty fast, to be honest. So, you can't be sad about our results either way. Alright, we reached our goal, so let's start considering swapping things around a bit. Alright, that's right, we do have to take off the necklace. I forgot about that. Alright. It's actually not very expensive to do it, though. Okay, let's swippy swap things around and we will be a okie dokie. Yeah, we're not gonna need that anymore. So there is a sword we're gonna want to use eventually, and it will be the Murdering Blade. But that's not till 222. But this is a really nice weapon for its level, so. Which is coincidentally the same level we could have the four-swing dagger, so. But for now, I suspect that Dissolution's the best choice we have for a while. Although eventually we get to the Executing Tiwaza, which is gonna be another option. Okay, so let's start swapping things out. Alright, now let's actually look at upgrades and see what's in the lineup for us. So 167 is going to be that big one, because that's potentially when we could go get that that guild crest if we think we're spicy enough to try for it. And don't get me wrong, we're gonna die when we go there. We are almost certainly going to die a few times trying for it. Might still go for it. I mean, if we get stomped badly enough that I decide to give up, that'll be a different thing. But you know, we're gonna give it a shot at least. That's a 167 increase. Same with that. 195. This is the one we could wear right away. $178. Alright. So other things we can look at are rings. Like, I do like this one for its stats, but there might be something for like elements that we might be able to get away with. Because that's a good one for cold resistance. Here's a good one for fire resistance. Now let's see if there's anything for a couple other resistances. So let's at least take a peek at what's going on in this crazy world of rings. Oh, we could wear this one, couldn't we? Oh, that is significantly better. I forgot about this. Yeah, we're ready for that one. That would help a little bit. I could just take the defensive buff and forget the a little bit of extra spells. Like, we're actually fine with our spells. Although, if I end up needing fire resistance, this is technically an option to keep in mind. I think that's the best we can do. Oh well. Alright, we're rejiggered. We'll keep rolling. Let's clear out this so we don't have anything good taken off of this listing. Yeah, nothing really got bumped off. Okay, so we have a minor penalty to wear off, but it won't be a real problem. It's like the teeniest, tiniest little penalty. I mean, we're basically gonna go down there and start manhandling the monsters, so... There's such sporadic, like, respawning on this area. Here we are, we're ninjing again. Pretty sure that's what it is, right? Ninjas are the ones that ninja. See, we can win against birds. That's how you know we're doing well. See, half the penalties cleared already. Yeah, we can't fight these forever like we were on spells, but there's enough other groups that it's usually less of a problem. We just gotta make sure we maintain enough to do that when we need to. So if we have to slow our roll slightly, we will. Kind of like this. Yeah, if you have over 300 defense, like, you just can't really be hit by those guys. It's pretty funny. And so we descend into the Mad Realms. We've come quite a ways with this character. I mean, we're fighting very evenly on 16 without much problems. And I'd say that 17 to like 20 are pretty similar in difficulty, so like, you don't start hitting a big spike until you start seeing the sporing fungi. Now we'll have to see if they're more aggressive against solo characters, because like, there's definitely an intimidation factor at play in this game, so like, if you have a bigger party, monsters are more easily afraid of you, so they're less likely to attack you. Yeah, but as you can see, pinning is going to be less than a penalty. So, yeah, all sorted. Let's see if we come across any problems on this floor. Just these ones. And it won't take out the will-o'-the-wisp, but yeah, you can melee them. They're not that bad. But it's all the wisps casting mind spells on you together. That's a big problem. This place is pretty good experience. Got a lot of medium crunchy enemies in big groups. And none of those big groups are especially like threatening for the most part. Oh, we don't really want to mess with the slimes. We could take them, but they ain't worth it. They're never worth it, really. Oh yeah, but we are also fighting on the levels where we could potentially get our aging under control, so... I'll fight birds all day long. Yeah, this is definitely one of the medium crunchy ones. These are the slaver dreadins. I mean, I guess they're like the middlemen for like that Max villain that we end up taking down recently. They're probably her minions in the depths, just picking up easy targets. But that's just my headcanon, don't you worry. There's no way to know for sure. Unless the lore points to it. I mean, I would argue it points to it. I didn't fully map out that area's situation. I don't know if this character is actually observant enough to do it, but I can try. I guess I can. See? We got it mapped. Oh, these are definitely a crunchy group. They're a little tougher than the ethereal demons, but they ain't too bad. And there we go. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take a short break and then we're gonna continue. I'll see you all in a couple minutes. Bye-bye now.